Hi everyone, my name is DR.ASHA Jyothi, Department of Commerce, Milagros College, Bangalore. This is a subject related for cost accounting. That's the unit number 2, material cost. So material cost this is the introduction regarding the material cost. This method is also known as, we are calling as original cost method, and it is to be assumed to be made in the order in which the lots are received, and that is to be maintained in the full come the first, that lot has to be comes in and should be issued first, and the second lot and so on. Directly it will be calculated, and end of the day we can get some of the stock which are calling as closing stock. So only the purpose of pricing, it is assumed the oldest stock of material that is received first and that are issued first. So this is the assumption of cost at which the oldest lot was purchased, that should be calculated, and pricing the issues until the whole lot is executed. So these are the points to be remembered at the time of FIFO method. We are calling as FIFO method. That's the first in, first out method. First one is scrap. Which are the items should be scrapped? That should be calculated according to their usual rate, and that should be depends according to their methods. The next one is that has to be returned. Sometimes some of the stocks has to return to the vendors or the stores. That should be calculated at the latest issue price and should be considered under the both the methods. So first one lot price has to be taken into account, and that average should be calculated according to the prices. Sometimes at the time of verification, we have received lots of excess material that should be calculated under purchase price under, and both the method we can find that is the excess to be treated as a fresh purchase for the next month. Place of order, when there is sometimes some of the department has to be transferred one goods to another, that has to be taken place and that is to be ignored. Next one is transfer. Sometimes some of the materials should be interdepartmental store. For example, the stock which have issued, that has to be department A, but that has to be received from department B, that has to be ignored, and that is, sometimes they are shown in the accounts only, that can be maintained in the purchase column. Otherwise, for example, carriage inwards or freight, it should be added to the concerned purchase price. Shortage. Always shortage should be treated as a fresh issue, and valuation is dependent on the method. Return with the date of purchase, it should be deducted from the total purchase of that particular lot, and the calculation should be taken at the rate on which the should calculated, and it should be ignored. So this will be the main format regarding the calculation of stores FIFO method. First you should mention stores ledger account. That should be under which method you should maintain, that you have to mention here. Then these are the description, that is the name of the material that should be entered here. Sometimes they are given means maximum level, minimum level, reorder level or reorder quantity. That should be, if they given means you should enter all the columns and you have to fill. Then this is the date, for which date they have purchased, which date they are issued, and which date we can show the balance according to the transactions. First GR number, quantity, rate and amount to the receipt column, issue column, MR number, quantity, rate, amount, and the balance should be taken quantity, rate and amount. So here all the purchase issued items should be entered here, how many quantities you have received, what rate, and what is the total amount of that material, that should be mentioned here. Sometimes some of the stock should be returned from one production to the another, that should be entered here. If any excess we have received, that is also entered under purchase column, that is the receipt. Next comes the issues column. Here also what are the item have issued, that is to be mentioned in the issue column. Sometimes some of the materials returned to the suppliers, that should be shown as a surplus, that should be entered under this column. At the time of verification, we have received a shortage, that should be entered under issue column. Finally, you have to show the balance from each day, how many quantity has with us, at which rate and the which amount. From that you have to deduct according to the various sources, that is first you calculate first in first out, who will come the first one, we should give the quantity according to the rate. So this is the simple problem regarding the preparation of I took one material X, the store's ledger account, showing how the FIFO method should be given according to the pricing of